In the world of crime dramas, few shows have had the global impact of Money Heist. Originally released in Spain as La Casa de Papel, the series quickly became one of the most watched shows on Netflix. What started as a regional TV show turned into a global phenomenon, breaking language barriers, dominating streaming charts, and redefining the heist genre. But Money Heist is not just about stealing money. It's about control, narrative, and the illusion of power. At the center of everything is the professor, a man shaped by loss, driven by intellect, and obsessed with perfection. His father was once a bank robber, killed during a failed heist. That moment didn't end the story. It started it. The professor didn't just want to steal money. He wanted to finish what his father couldn't, but in a smarter way, a cleaner way, a way that wouldn't rely on violence, but on strategy, the foundation of the plan. For years, the professor studied systems, banking structures, police protocols, human psychology. He didn't build a team of friends. He built a system. Each member was selected like a component in a machine. Replaceable, controlled, anonymous, no names, no past, only city identities: Tokyo, Berlin, Nairobi, Rio, Denver, Moscow, Helsinki, Oslo. The rule was simple: no relationships, no emotions, no mistakes. But human nature always finds a way in. Season 1 and 2, The Royal Mint Heist. The target: the Royal Mint of Spain, a symbol of national control over money. The professor's idea was revolutionary. Instead of stealing existing money, they would print new money, billions of euros, untraceable. The team enters the mint, takes hostages, and locks down the building. But the real control isn't inside. It's outside. The professor manipulates the police response, feeds them false information, controls media narratives, and shapes public perception. Inside, the cracks begin. Fear, ego, love, rebellion. Tokyo becomes the emotional trigger. Impulsive, unpredictable, dangerous to the plan. Berlin represents control. Cold, calculated, willing to sacrifice anyone for success. Nairobi becomes the heart, holding the team together, driving production, keeping hope alive. Outside, Inspector Raquel Murillo begins to understand. This is not a normal robbery. She is not just chasing criminals. She is playing against the strategist. But the biggest twist: she unknowingly forms a connection with the professor himself. A relationship built on lies. Trust built on deception. As the heist progresses, violence increases. Mistakes happen. People die. But the plan survives. In the end, the gang escapes, with billions, and a story that captures the world's attention. Transformation, from thieves to symbols. After the first heist, something changes. They are no longer just criminals. They become symbols. The red jumpsuit, the masks, the identity. People begin to see them not as thieves, but as rebels. Against the system. Against control. Against power. Season 3, 4 and 5, The Bank of Spain Heist. The story continues. Because one mistake changes everything. Rio is captured, tortured, broken. The team is forced back together. But this time, it's not about money. It's about war. Their target: the Bank of Spain, one of the most secure institutions in the world, but also one of the most mysterious. Inside lies a secret vault, flood-proof, impossible to access. But impossible is exactly what the professor plans for. The gold strategy. Instead of cash, the target is gold. Heavy, trackable, valuable. The plan: melt the gold, turn it into small grains, transport it through water systems, disappear it completely. This isn't just a heist. It's engineering, escalation, and loss. The second heist is darker, more violent, more emotional. Nairobi is killed. A moment that breaks the team. Control begins to slip. Chaos replaces order. The professor is captured. The plan begins to collapse. Or at least, that's what it looks like. The final illusion. The professor's greatest strength is not planning, it's perception. He doesn't just control events, he controls what people believe. In the final phase, he manipulates the economy itself, convincing the system that the gold is gone, creating panic, forcing negotiation, and ultimately, winning without fighting. The end game. The team survives. Officially, they are declared dead. Unofficially, they disappear. With freedom, with wealth, with legacy. The legacy of Money Heist. Money Heist changed television. It proved that storytelling is not about language, but about emotion, strategy, and connection. Characters became icons. Stories became movements. And the heist became something bigger than crime. It became a statement. In the end, the biggest heist was not the money. It was control over the system itself. And the question remains, was it ever just a robbery? Or was it something much bigger? If you want to understand how history is unfolding before our eyes, don't miss what comes next. Revisit Xfinity Evolution for deeper insights and powerful stories. Stay informed, stay curious, and join us again on Xfinity Evolution, where the world's biggest events come into focus.